Constitution has been there. We are only applying it. So our lawyers today telling us we must jettison the Constitution and begin to say so yamfa emotions and as yamfa nipa me pen assembly na for na na emra ono na kan say the law is the law. So me, I don't have any issue, and people who are saying that a bad president in the future, so obi be chief justice not na no din semhuna sa Mahama appoint obi so chief justice na oba na o sha say din semhuna afan for ba yenyinum yo no
onu kra be kai say semhuna mi di mra wo
exactly. So those talking about president, you see, they are just jumping over the whole discussion. We should be looking at quality in the discharge of our duty.
Sure.
Now what's your year you madri and when say pamo na say Mahama ba independent bodies enya we nkwan ho akua ma so na adwuma ono o perceive o peba area ba ko a na asem wo ho pa na manfo free say Mahama ba pam no na ye the auditor general ba ko mo ye na adwuma Mami animguasifo yo mugu electoral commission so muso mu yo moduma. So it's not as if say obi tan obi and so obi away ade na edi wa diu nsam no wunya akwanya efra amanfo mo ko testify na so ni nyina amfa because you couldn't prove say why I wo private lawyer you say for security di wachi you endangered national security china obi anchew and force no obi am so but nka two occasion obi for so wa nka be put everybody in Ghana in danger. That is the gravity of nsama yeka. And people ignorantly see someone say nsam no mo kan no ano nyade na nka ontwese kan kotwa obi ti ansa ontwese kan kotwa obi ti e wo ho ansa na yehu asem no. You see, we play too much in this country. So me, from where I sit, I have for long been worried about the sanctity of your judiciary. And over the years, you know, say your judiciary had the gatam. Kwanya ye faswa na ye sisa amamfo kogu so. Kwanya appointment and nyansa ni ma na ye. It got to a point that Ghana for any ahotoso e wo ye courtum. E saying amamfo ye solve I don't for ye bi. Menim some platform run and some other platform run now you see bastardization, insult, our mother put on the most sensitive institution. Judiciary was subjected to public mortification, ridicule. But yes, subject of public ridicule. Unanimous three, unanimous four. This is the judiciary. Sophia Akufu, she wasn't worried about that. She wasn't worried about the fact that a failed parliamentary candidate was appointed to sit on the bench. She wasn't worried, say, among for the Asama court, say yendi, yam Freda, a phenomenon can then the following day. And portrayed by us, and judiciary no be a bussy japadia, but now but now by Din Semhunu. So Mahama appointed to be Ochana. Now Obano Bedin Semhuna. We will rise against the person and get the person out. And I'm against those who are saying we should amend the constitution and make sure it becomes impossible. Now say you konya obino chono Din Semhuna. And the person will terrorize the entire nation. Exactly. So we need to make it flexible. To do the right thing.
Exactly.
And some year what petition 21 specific allegations of misbehavior. Menya da je kram go through. Consem na ewom no e bi airtime na se for nom. Enti ababeduru haya, I think President Mahama followed through the constitution, onyam breach any provision, and I challenge any lawyer out there to point to a single constitutional infraction I occasioned thus far the process was activated. I challenge any of them, apart from those singing the emotional hymns that can continue to sing. But if anybody, our legitimate grounds, I actually say, President Mahama the process now activated that far no breaching any constitutional provision. They should come forward with it. And then it's not as if that Mahama am fighting this whole process. Or you're dissatisfied no. Court no ada no. Or there are some cohort almost 3 occasions. Emma court na catch them Mahama agro na yedi no how. You are born in something you know to agu. Ama Justice Amadou your friend saying Tanko the ruling back na it was very interesting. Justice near worried about the fact to say Omo ankaso chief justice accuse you almost say they cannot be. One day I'll bring you the ruling. Omo ya worried say Omo ankaso chief justice accuse you almost say they cannot be fair. They are worried about the fact that Omo ankaso chief justice can't almost say a constitutional provision should be waived. Now yeah ma I didn't go TV so because other way so we see law school them that you know say no court was so not even the Supreme Court and a bit because it is an explicit constitutional provision locked in the Constitution. You need to do a constitutional change and a review and so what to me as a idea. And this is all the obedience court. Say Yama Adenoma TV so then her understanding of the law no is a bit twisted. And I say emotions I take a better part of it because I did a constitutional provision. For instance, Emran say we are president or Ghana President Mahama which make 2 terms. Constitution is over 2 terms. So yeah, but that's not President Mahama atam court to say Supreme Court to say or no so 3rd term to Supreme Court Emmanin 3rd term. Is it possible? Can the Supreme Court vary a constitutional provision?
No.
When it is explicit, it's not an implicit something that you need to struggle to read, to put interpretation. This is clear in the face of it. Osha say that. Can President Mahama go to Supreme Court and tell them that you change it 10 or no? Can you do that?
You can't.
So if a Chief Justice is saying a constitutional provision should be varied, that is what I'm telling you. Her level of understanding so far as the law is concerned, it's a bit skewed and questionable. So I think that the oye ni nyina drama na oye ni nyina me odigu nanim ase. Because I say me last na me catch akwa say your friend say unse se kan nam station ya bona soma. Bo no otiatia ma okowura ni ma bia ofa. And that is exactly what happened to her. My catcher said asem sina person who nyansa for just wait for a troubled day. How you conduct, compose, react to heavy circumstances and they determine say indeed this person is smart, intelligent or not. As I see you be any nyansa, we see you be able to for a coat na so for that is when you'll be able to separate the men from women. What I say. So I think that Chief Justice in 7 na acquire by no the baby na baby no or no one kasa na braba boy awie na aba no because that be abetu amanfo for unya position men nya wadwen say what her forever because so we nyansani a what na ha afa kwa menkro and I say the picture cover office that be say oh he fine and the little that you can do it serve people right make sure say when you amanfo menyi nyansa men front nipa kon so na wo na wo sika dan makra nya na to bia na obi adi what I say and me I don't respect people because of your position. I don't respect you because you are a minister. I don't respect you because you are president. I respect you for who you are as a person and how you treat people, your deed.
Yeah.
I mean, you can never force me to respect you because you're a minister and no, I don't do that. I respect you for who you because honorable. No, I'm for the honorable tea. And wouldn't baby you don't want fool.
Yeah.
Or your former Afarijan who know anything.
Yeah, it's all you're not fool.
Oh, no, for baby. What I say? These are titles. They are temporal. But who you are can never change. You understand?
Sure.
So let us use the opportunity to tell people, say, wherever you are, treat people good, serve well, and make sure that you leave an indelible image. The idea not on person to say, obey a Chief Justice, yapam no, but yapamo entitlement and not also who say your friend is saying. On resign and no and that resign. So those of you saying say she can come back as a judge, I'm saying because somebody who has been flagged for misbehavior.
Yeah.
You see, Chief Justice, being a Chief Justice, and being a Supreme Court judge, people should know so the most important factor being a Supreme Court judge first. Because you need that before you become
Chief Justice.
The Chief Justice is just an administrative role. It has nothing to do with law. What I say? If it is about behavior, now obi ya memfa say CEO wakoto no wakwachi akra na oneneda. You see a Pam as a CEO of a hospital, now Uncle Hospital Hands and Conquer Juma. So this is as simple as that. Even the president let the crown or Trump, she has been removed both as a justice of the Supreme Court and as a your friend saying Chief Justice. And for me, yes, she has the right to do whatever. Says in seminar or the still like was the Munyam Frey to saw and several other cases. She can use all the legitimate constitutional avenues to seek redress if she thinks say and name but from me where I said I think say the law was followed to the letter.
Okay.
There hasn't been any attempt to be circumventing any law. There hasn't been any procedural errors on one and in her twisted imaginations and all building those buffers just to buy convenience. Have you seen any serious-minded person out there defending her? Now, your advocacy group, your think tank, and apart from some people in the MPP who are guilty of doing the same thing. my your friend say lady your friend is saying easy boss Charlotte say as for no adi okroma say omunkwa na ye dey about this. Everybody is satisfied because Makato said for Ghana the most important thing in this whole discussion is our judiciary. We don't care about any other individual. Now we are fine. We are concerned about saving the integrity, and I'm urging President Mahama to go ahead and prune the judiciary because you see appointment Akufo-Addo from the High Court and then as a forum no to top no enya de ketwa na ye wi a yan to ye nim magistrate and lower court me say enkwase ruling na man 40 ase ho ye no uhu e bia wo yem be hyew ruling so what tenance now go through some of the lower court now he ruling everywhere ba we yem be hyew I think that as a country but ayem krasi na hia font no obi anka o masem mo some of these cases travel to the Supreme Court. That Supreme Court about to go because Daniel Ofori ni issue and started, I think, on a Stanbic Bank. And started here. About best, yes, a case that traveled about 17 years ago. Or the first until Sebedu Topper. So it tells you the bad job people are doing down there. Ever your court. Or judge to only put me for be a court to go to Breu. Condemn 20 years. Then as a for no. Science, who know 40 down. We need to sanitize the judiciary, and the President Mahama has a duty to do that. And you need somebody responsible at the top to do some of these things. And I think that may. Say yentimi save institution bia na yetimi save your judiciary na I'll be satisfied because justice is the most important thing that guarantee democracy anywhere in the world.
My cultural sister, in any employment environment, if you have a contract, you are working within the contract. Your dismissal hang on two sections. One is conduct and the second is gross misconduct. When you are deemed to have a false and falsified company's instruments in your favor in terms of the machinery, it is classified as gross misconduct. When your behavior falls below standard, the company policy, you are deemed to have breach behavior. There is process. There's a process in dealing with behavior at work, which is not a summary of dismissal. When you are engaged in gross misconduct, you are bound to be sacked. Nana Konkoni was saying, I'm watching you from New York. God bless you. Nana, because I'm trying to message that was a direct to you. All right. Nana Konkoni Yedase. My coach was saying nobody is discussing what Ivan is saying, you know, Ghana. Okay, conscious Agbenua was soon also on my thumbs up. Mark Ocho say, I'm so surprised at these fake lawyers who were defending the Chief Justice never spoke about what she did. It is a shame. These lawyers who bought their law certificate from Makola Markets should be dismissed. Nelson, as innocent, is a box of knowledge and must be listened to every day. Mark, okay, Mark is which was it saying? Which she is not supposed to do press conference when your case is being held by a committee. Okay, Mateo Brofona say, see, this lady abused her power so much that she did not even give a damn to Ghanaians. Steve Joe say, "Wamaye, good morning." Eda say, "Osaje for Kwame Nkrumah, hey, offer dini na." I say, "Ivan is my man. Ride on, bro. The sky is your limit." Andy Dorsey or say Ivan more fire. Or say all watching you live. Hey, okay, we are watching you live from Tema site. Matime Dase. Yanko Akwetia.
Yeah, quick one. Who's when I would can come first, you know?
Yeah.
I sure say Yapasia appointed justice to the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
You know, you clear lay downs. So and your misbehavior. And then your friends saying incompetence, and I said certain mischief underneath, and I said beneath it. Why will the whole Chief Justice wake up a day after paying the paper at church ne nam fufodin? Somebody kwakoma president say onjina so no appoint a man for to the Supreme Court. For a Chief Justice to be able to sit down, conceive when she knows at the end of it's for her near matter. to do that, you know. The one beside was that the same person, I will to me with the president to have influence when it comes to appointment, transfer of judges, and so forth. And I win in this idea, no, because me transfer pen the paper when she knows the appointment of people to president through the Judicial Council consultation and so forth, no. But on to me transfer pen the paper bypass.
Yes, I will bypass Judicial Council, bypass will be another pay.
Say to them, no,
from
now call we get haba. And you know, what Tony did that president, that person should be deemed very dangerous and cannot be allowed to sit playing Chief Justice. Okay. So those of you making noise out there, maybe you don't understand it. A man for out to politics, you know, that is what you know. Take a dive into the issues, the critical undertones, you know, go through the processes and the procedures. Now, catch the Ghana for say, more now for lawyers, no, what see as a one and as a for but none of them any bit activity any constitutional argument. Say, ya for memra go for Gloria Kufu at say interview a long one over 15 minutes in as for she could not cite a single ground. The all kind of say issues no mujina so mo de no shouldn't have your friend saying MT threshold. Constitutional threshold na ye can no the competence of the petition. Sabaya we insert it into the constitutional provision now and then ye part. You have no right to your friend say to give it to appropriate committee of inquiry, committee and judges and lawyers can come on. And that they did a proper job, unless Fayakufu is telling us, Ninuanum judges and all Supreme Court, or no more human and send or no retire, or one bomb, or Munima, and they were operating under a certain influence of malice, mischief, or partisan, your friends say, conveniences, unless that is what you want to say.